either side of where he is when the sun's out, up on the bank. See the scars we come alongside here, obvious big pale scar. When he first arrived in spring of 2004 and he battled with Gummy, the male who was previously dominant, and Gummy gave him these two matching scars. So we called him Scarface when we first met him. After just a few days we gave him the name. After about 5 weeks Gummy disappeared, so he took over as the dominant male. He had Yellowtail downstream, he had Fat Albert upstream, and they were both huge. And we thought they would kill him or chase him away. But he would turn up at the territorial boundary in the hot months and he'd said, I'm not scared of you. You're bigger, but I'm meaner. I'm ready to fight. Let's go. And the big fellas would go through the motions a bit and then they'd say, oh, look, we can't be bothered. You're a wiener. You're no threat to us. You can stay. And they let him stay. And then in 2009, Yellowtail killed a boy and he was removed. In 2010, Fat Albert was killed by a farmer. So with them gone, this fella is now the undisputed alpha male in this part of the river. There is no significant rival. Over the years, since 2004, when he took over, he's grown into his territory. He's grown into this dominant psychology. He is very much like the Al Pacino character in the movie. Have you all seen the movie? It's brutal even by today's standards, isn't it? And he is a brutal individual. Now, like a lot of... Sorry?
How big is he?
He's over 4 metres. His weight's around 400 kilo. As we get closer here, you'll see the shape of his torso in the water, but remember that objects in the water appear smaller to us than their real size because of refraction, the bending of light in water. He is ginormous. He'll have his limbs splayed out and his tail will be just resting on the bottom, just holding position there. You note that currently we're only about 10 metres from him, and that's okay because it's winter, because of low temperature, because he's sluggish. In summer, sometimes I'll stay 100 metres from him, and that'll be barely safe. If it's a hot day and he's in one of those moods, which he often is in the summer, when he's looking to assert his dominance over all comers, including the boats, and sometimes 100 metres is barely safe. They're the classic little yellow colour there, the tapetum, same as a cat, they've got that crystal layer for night vision. Tapetum. Now, if you're lucky, he's going to haul some of his bulk out of the water while we're watching. Note his arrogance, even contempt for us. Not once does he turn his head to engage or acknowledge. He's happy to do this behaviour while we're watching, and once you get to know him, you realise this is actually a display of dominance. I don't care that you're there, you're nothing to me. So you can feel the wind coming through, and for him that's a critical factor, trying to raise his core body temperature to about 30 degrees Celsius for effective digestion and metabolism. And if he comes right out in the open, the wind's going to start taking heat out of his body, and that's no good. clearly he's decided the best comfort zone for him is in this shallow water. All those bumps on his back are called scoots. They've got a little lump of bone inside them called an osteoderm. It's a lump of bone not attached to the skeleton. And those bones are porous and they have capillaries in them, fine blood veins. So the heat transfers from air to hide to capillaries, and then around through the bloodstream. So it's a very efficient heat sink mechanism. And because they're raised, you've got lots of surface area to maximise the amount of heat they can gain. So he's trying to get a heat benefit, but he's also assessing the temperature constantly. And if it becomes more comfortable, he'll come more out of the water. All right, gang? All good?
Very good.
Cool, huh?